welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast. I am your host, Fredo.
I'm your co-host, Mo Money.
Will.
And I'm your co-host, Kobe Turner.
What it do, fellas? How y'all do today?
Good,
Oh
bro.
man, I'm doing
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
man.
All right, so yeah, we down one today, guys. Hey, get well, Mills Lane, get well.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
think she was at that
True.
OJ's concert last night. So yeah,
Yeah.
her mom was at that OJ concert last night. So,
Two
definitely
step.
right, two step. Yeah, so yeah, get well, Mills Lanes. We'll see you next week, baby girl. Hey guys, let me ask you this, man, before we tap into our content, right? So I think Thursday, what it was, August 11th was what the 49th year anniversary in terms of hip hop, man. I was like, wow, 49 years, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
49
Crazy.
year, you know what I'm saying, in terms of when hip
Yeah, I
hop
didn't know that either.
of 1973, man. Let me ask you guys this, man. How has hip hop influenced you guys, bro?
Well, I'll start off. I'll just
Oh
say
man.
that hip hop, what I'm saying, was a voice for us, for our community, for the way we grew up. I think it painted a picture for the masses, not just in the United States, but around the world, of how young African American males and females grew up in these urban neighborhoods and communities. Um, and then it gave a lot of people motivation and hope, and gave them another avenue to um, get out of the hood, so to speak.
Or
You always had sports as your outlet, and of course education. But then hip hop came into the picture and showed that, hey, you got another avenue, this music game, and all you have to do is talk about how you grew up, talk about your environment, and create a better life for yourself.
there it is, that
Yeah,
part right there, Cobra. There it
yeah,
is.
man.
There
So
it
for me, man, I'm gonna talk and go back to when I grew up, which was mostly the '90s, like little '80s, '90s, where hip hop was like a sport. You waited for albums, CDs, cassettes to come out, and you stood in line at your local record store. You like held on to every word that your favorite MC would say, almost like a lyrical exercise, like Jay-Z said. So and not only shaped us from like what Kobe just said from a cultural standpoint, but just an everyday. You would use those uh, MCs to like paint a picture of what you may be going through. Even to this day, if I'm working out, I might have one artist. If I'm riding in the vehicle, my family, may be another artist. So hip hop definitely shaped our lives in every way. And let's just be honest about it. Hip hop is a genre that's 99% African American. So it's good to have something that we call our own.
Hmm.
true story.
Oh, and Kobe, man. Like Kobe said, it kind of gave us a voice. But I'm gonna speak a little bit from like my generation. Well, not my generation, but this newer one, like right now, a little bit after me. I feel like the hip hop nowadays, man, it's a lot of these artists that's not even really good. But the positive from that is it showed this younger generation that it's a lot of ways out here to get money. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be very good at something as long as you know how to market and make yourself available. It's a lot of pathways out here, you know what I'm saying, to get money. Because a lot of these young guys, man, don't have no education, don't have no skill set really, but they know how to market themselves. And you know what I'm saying? They getting money from it. I'm all for our people getting some money, man. So I
True
love it, bro.
Facts.
true story, guys. Like I said, man, all your points. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I'm telling you, man, hip hop is everything to me, man. I don't know. It's like every time I take a shower, I think I'm probably one of the best rappers that ever came out and stuff. It just stays right there. It ain't gonna go no further, no further beyond that, man.
Yeah.
Fact.
Look here, bro. So let's go ahead and tap into it, man. Look here. With Serena Williams hinting at the possibility of retirement in the next 2 weeks, what is her legacy for the sport of tennis, or let alone sports in general?
Oh man,
Hey, man,
I'll start. Oh, go ahead, Jay. What you
good.
said?
Oh, I was about to say, man, I feel like that's an athlete where like how we say, I'm gonna just use like the Kevin Durant term, how we say his legacy isn't cemented yet.
Right.
That's the epitome of an athlete that her legacy is cemented. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like her retiring, like we said in the group, bro, she got nothing else to prove, or she don't owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, to me, this is my humble opinion.
Right.
I feel like she's the greatest female athlete ever. So,
I couldn't
you know what
agree
I'm
more.
saying? I feel like she don't have anything else to prove to nobody, man. She's done everything. She's earned all the accolades. I mean, there's nothing else to do. I feel like at this point, she's fighting herself, you know? So if she goes ahead and retire, man, in my book, she's already the greatest female athlete, but I'm sure in a lot of people's books, she'll go down as one of the greatest female athletes ever.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, her impact, it crossed, like, it's no doubt what she did athletically. But we're talking about culturally. You understand what I mean? To give young African-American females, or females, period, opportunity to play a sport that was primarily male-dominated. You know, if you haven't watched the documentary, the 30 for 30, 37 words, it'll put it into context. And then just from a legacy standpoint, I thought she was probably the best tennis player for 10 years running. You know, outside of Tiger Woods and what he did, and maybe a moment in time what MJ did in basketball, I don't think we have seen that type of dominance in one sport. So hats off to her and her career. Hopefully there'll be another female athlete that'll come behind her. I know she does great things in Compton as far as, you know, an initiative to give back, her and her sister. So hopefully we'll see the next Serena Williams in the next 5 to 10 years. But, you know, it's going to be sad to say. I'm just going to keep it playing. I'm going to end it like this. She was so great that I have really no initiative to watch tennis until the next Serena come along.
Wow. There it is. Oh, wow.
Wow. So my take is, so as you guys know, I come from a tennis background.
True story.
So I heard about Serena and her sister Venus back before they even hit the scene, before they even hit the USTA tennis circuit. So I heard about these two young girls, probably like 6, 7, 8 years old, playing in Compton, because there was two twin boys from Compton that was on the boys circuit that used to talk about them all the time. And then years later, I see these two sisters on TV. I said, that's the girls that these guys was talking about. So just to hear about their humble beginnings and where Serena eventually ascended to, first I would like to say I'm proud of her. And then second, what she did for sports, women's sports, and just the sport in tennis in general, she generated so much attention to the sport. She, just like we talked about hip hop, she motivated people from our culture, from our communities, from our neighborhoods to pick up a tennis racket that would have never even thought about doing so prior to Serena Williams. And now you're seeing so many more minorities, African Americans, Hispanics, etc., picking up the tennis racket and trying to make a life for themselves playing that sport. And her announcing her retirement, I think it's time. You know, it's just certain athletes can't play the sport just for fun. You know what I mean? She got to a level so high, you know what I mean, and she just had that, what you call that dog in her. You know what I mean? She had that dog in her. So she only played for championships, for wins, for her legacy. You know, so for her to just continue playing and not have she can't do it physically anymore, or she doesn't have the mental strength to continue on to win championships after championships. It was just time to bow out gracefully. Her legacy is cemented. She's the GOAT, and you know, good luck in her next chapter.
I definitely agree, guys. To your point, Jay Will, like I said, I agree with you, man. She's a total package, man. She's the best female athlete ever in my eyes. You can say she's top 10 all time, just period, and arguably top 5 all time best athletes ever as well, man. She's a huge inspiration to little black girls all over the world, let alone just women, period, man, in terms of women empowerment, just everything, man. I love everything about her. And if that is true, that she is considering retirement, well, we wish her nothing but the absolute best. Salute to you, Serena Williams, for all that you've done for the game of tennis. Hey, guys, let me ask you guys this. I need 3 bold predictions from each and every one of you in terms of from the NFC East and the AFC East. I need bold. The key word is bold predictions. So let's go on out there and jump out there right now, man. I'm going to go ahead and fall back.
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll jump it off. I guess the boldest prediction that I can make is the Washington Commanders win the division, win the NFC East.
Okay. All right.
And Carson Wentz returned to that MVP form like he did before he was injured a few years back when he was in Philadelphia. So that's a bold prediction. I don't see it happening, but it's bold. Also, my second bold prediction would be the Dolphins win their division, win the AFC East, and Tua lives up to the Tyreek Hill expectation that he set on him this all season. So yeah, so that's yet to be seen. And then last, it's probably the least boldest out of the 3, but the Patriots win their division, and Matt Jones keep showing people that he could be the next Tom Brady for the New England Patriots.
That's bold. That's
very bold. That's very bold. But my 3, man. So first, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna say the Patriots actually finished last in their division this year.
okay.
Number 2, I got. I hate to say it, but my bold prediction is I agree with Kobe. Is Washington wins the NFC East. And another bold prediction to do with Washington. I think the table's reversed and Washington sweeps Dallas this year.
Oh, that's bold.
Yeah,
that's bold.
I like that, though. I like that.
I like it too.
I mean, I think Dak will have to get hurt. That's the only time that Washington Super Bowl quarterback get hurt.
You started the morning off wrong. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. But my first bold prediction is Tyreek Hill's gonna realize there's no place like Mahomes. You know what I mean? You sit out there. You talk them.
Hold on. Let's replay that back again. Say it again. Go ahead, say it again.
Tyreek Hill's gonna realize there's no place like Mahomes, man. You know what I mean? He won't be the first receiver to jump off the porch and realize that all arms aren't created the same.
Right. Hey, that ain't bold. He realizing that right
now. My second bold prediction, it has to do with the Washington Commanders, but I don't believe Antonio Gibson will finish the season as a starting running back.
There it is.
He has an issue with fumbling. I love Robinson out of Alabama. He looked good in his preseason debut. So I don't think Antonio Gibson will finish the season. Let's go back to the AFC East for a second. This may be bold to some, but it may be not bold to others. I think Josh Allen is going to win the MVP this year. I think his trajectory is steadily climbing. A lot of people disrespect him because of the way he plays, and nobody checks for Buffalo.
Yes.
And that young man got something to prove. So those are my 3 bold predictions for the AFC East and NFC East.
All right, cool. I got 3 bold predictions.
I didn't think it was bold, man.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say that what Mo said, but I didn't think it was bold, bro.
No, man. If it's bold, if you feel it's bold, say it. He's true, for real.
I like that, boy.
Yeah, I have predictions from each division, right? So from the NFC East, my bold prediction is somewhat what Mo just said. Washington Commanders' Brian Robinson will lead the team in rushing this year. That's my first bold prediction. Okay. My second bold prediction out of NFC East, Philadelphia Eagles will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. It's a bold prediction.
That's a pretty bold prediction.
Okay. My third bold prediction. My third bold prediction is Dak Prescott will have the lowest QBR rating this year, and passer rating this year. That's my bold prediction in terms of
NFC East.
NFC. No, just period. And now I'm just picking when we say bold prediction.
Out of the whole NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a bold prediction, Mo. It's bold.
Baker Mayfield.
See,
Geno Smith.
Mo about to get a lawsuit.
It's just bold.
Bold prediction, Mo. Relax. So look here, my bold prediction.
Hold on, man. It's bold, but we can't just say bullshit on
that. That's what I said, Mo. I'm standing on what I said, Mo. I'm standing on it, Mo. Look here, hey, Will, how you?
Week 18 now.
Hey, Will, how you guys said? I said what I said.
I like it.
All right, my bold predictions out of the AFC East. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill will have 1,000 yards apiece. Okay. My second one this year will be one of Bill Belichick's worst seasons as NFL head coach for the New England Patriots. Third, like Maurice just said, Josh Allen will win MVP this year. I think Mo was looking at my notes and stuff like that. But so yeah, we share the same. Yeah, we share the same bold prediction in terms of that. Okay, guys, look here. We had some interesting news that came out this week, right? On Kevin Durant. And I want to know, because this is a hot topic right here. And I know Jay Will has been revving, you know what I'm saying? Just pretty much revving his engine about this particular subject matter. Look here, man. So thoughts on Kevin Durant's alleged demands to fire the coach and general manager or trade him. Fair or foul?
You want to go, Jay Will? I know you're ready.
Very foul. Hey, man, look. Hey, look, this is exactly what I be talking about. When I say this, I want to clear the air real quick. I'm not talking about him as a person. I'm talking about the basketball Kevin Durant.
Okay.
He's a very soft-minded superstar, bro. That's so everywhere he goes, bro. Like this dude feel the need to just has to be in the headlines for some type of drama, bro. Everywhere he goes, and he's too great of a talent for that shit. Like that's what irritates me with Kevin Durant. And it's like, I get it, Fred. You know, you hate LeBron because you say he pushed all these.
Whoa! Stop! I don't hate LeBron. You got to stop putting that in the atmosphere. Stop that, bro.
You hate the narrative aspect.
Okay, cool. Narrative. All right, cool. There you go.
What I'm saying, but KD do the same thing though. Look at like who are you to tell this man he got to fire his coach and his GM or keep bro? When he was with Golden State, it was a rumor. It was the same thing. It was either keep me or Draymond Green or some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's been building with that team from the ground up, and you trying to give people these ultimatums just because, respectively, you are the best in basketball. To me, right now, I think you're the best in basketball. But you can't try to use that and be a drama queen about it and give people all these ultimatums like you the damn owner of the Nets. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, if you want to leave, just do that. You don't have to do all this theatrics and dramatics with it and telling this man he got to fire his coach and his owner now. You know what I'm saying? He putting them in the hard spot because they got to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no trying to make it work. Once you say something like that, it's no trying to make it work. And this just goes, bro. It's just like what I've been saying, bro. He just got a soft mindset. When shit gets sticky, it get hard. It's like he folds, bro. It don't matter where he's at. When shit hits the fan, Kevin Durant turns to a different nigga, and that's not cool. He's too good for that, bro. Too good for that. I get it. You want to blame Westbrook and OKC. You want to blame Draymond Green and Golden State for why he left. Now you want to blame Steve Nash and the GM and this man chooses where he wants to go, and everywhere he goes, when shit gets sticky, he find a reason why he don't like it and he want to leave. He's too damn good for that, bro. It's time out. We got to stop babysitting this man, dog. He got to toughen up and become a man, bro. Bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, y'all know my stance on. I've been calling out Kevin Durant for some of the bullshit. I have been, and I've said it on this air. Your legacy is not cemented in life or in sports until it's over. Until you hang up your cleats, your shoes, whatever, the racket, golf club. So Kevin Durant needs to understand the basketball player. Like I said, I don't know any of these guys personally like that. But what he has to understand is his legacy is being written as we speak. He is being judged amongst his peers by his actions. This is why I say stuff like, man, you ask me if I'm going to take Giannis or I'm going to take Kevin Durant, I'm going to take Giannis. Because I know Giannis is going to be loyal to the soil, right? Big, right, or indifferent, he going to have my back as an organization. You know what I'm saying? This is the same guy that didn't want Jason Kidd to get fired and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he was upset about that because he's loyal to Milwaukee. But to answer Fred's question, is it fair or foul? It's foul. And I'm going to list off a couple reasons why it's foul.
Okay.
So y'all tell me, were the Brooklyn Nets playoff teams before him and Kyrie got there? Yes or no? The answer would be yes. Did they have 2 All-Stars on the roster? One future and one current when they got there? Yes or no? That would be yes. That would be Jared Allen and that would be Russell, D'Angelo Russell. Did they have a coach that had already proven that he could coach in the NBA and you asked the GM to fire him? That would be a yes. So they've done everything they could for you, to include something that's blasphemous is getting rid of Jared Allen and bringing in an old DeAndre Jordan. They've done everything that they could in Brooklyn for you, and that's still not good enough because you chose the running mate you chose to run with. Kyrie Irving has shown nothing up to that point to be reliable in his career outside of Cleveland. He left Boston in shambles. He left a championship team in Cleveland with LeBron before they even had a chance to run it back. And this is the guy that you chose to be your Robin. That's where it stems from. If you needed to fire anybody, it should be your friends.
Wow.
So I would say, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like this. Sometimes you can have a chemistry with a guy or a girl and it works and you might get married to that female or guy, whatever you want to do. And you can have bros that sometimes you can go in business with. But you also know those bros that you can't do any business with. And when you can't discern that, you'll go bankrupt, you'll go to jail, you might end up dead. It's life. So your life choices have consequences. And now Kevin Durant is dealing with those consequences. And he has to tread very lightly on what he does next. Because I'm telling you, 10 years from now, Fredo will not probably be on the podcast. He'll either be in the back scenes, a producer, but he'll be telling the next Fredo lad, this is how good Kevin Durant was. He did X, Y, and Z, but nobody ain't going to remember that shit. They're going to honestly remember what happened at the end. And they're going to say, that big guy that was 34 that just never won a championship again, that wasted his talents in Brooklyn. So that's what Kevin Durant is playing against right now. He's playing against other people that are in his circle, not us. You can give a good goddamn what Mo, J, Will, and Kobe or Fredo got to say.
Right.
You're playing against your contemporaries. Steph Curry is passing you by. LeBron is on another level in my mind. You're going to fuck around and Giannis is going to catch your ass. So cut the bullshit, stick to basketball, and make good decisions, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Yeah, so foul.
Flavor.
All the way foul.
Let's do shot.
Yeah, it's foul all day long. It's no other way you can put it, Fredo.
Right.
To me, Kevin Durant is making himself look foolish. He's making himself look clownish. All right, so let's talk about this. So he wants Steve Nash to be fired, head coach Steve Nash.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, okay. Right. He allegedly he went to Joe's side and said, "Hey, you want me to stay in Brooklyn? Steve Nash, Sean Marks got to go, right?" Okay. Now, I never was a big fan of Steve Nash. I never thought he should have been hired as the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, right? And then once he got the job, he proved that he shouldn't be the coach of the Brooklyn Nets just because, I mean, you can see his lack of experience, clutch time, being able to create some type of strategy and put people in the right position to be successful on the court. He showed that he couldn't do none of that. But I don't want to hear that from Kevin Durant. because you the one wanted them to come in there. You the one signed off on this. Steve Nash is your man. Y'all work out together in the summers, and you went to the organization saying, hey, I want Steve Nash to come in here and fill this coaching void. So you can't go back after that and go to the owners like, I need you to fire him. Nah, you got to be loyal and roll with your guy. That's who you wanted in there. They got him in there based off what you asked, and that's that. And then Sean Marks hasn't did anything but shown that he's a good GM. Before the whole Kyrie KD experience, just as Mo stated, they was a playoff team led by Allen, Russell, LeVert, Dinwiddie.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Atkinson.
Yes, they had a good young squad already. But guess what? KD wanted more. He wanted him and Kyrie to be together. Okay, so Sean Marks said, all right, let's get this organization going in a different direction. I'm gonna have the Brooklyn Nets led by two superstars, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. All right, so now you are a championship contending team. That wasn't enough. Okay, so now they saying, oh, you want some more? You need more? All right. Let me work my magic. Let me get James Harden in. Let me get a former MVP and a former scoring champion in the fold. So now you're just not a championship contender. Now you the championship contender. And guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. So now after all of this stuff, you demanded Steve Nash, they gave it to you. You went to Sean Marks, wanted X, Y, and Z, he gave it to you. Now you're going to Joe Tsai and saying, I want these guys out of here if you want me to stay. So in my mind, what I'm seeing is this Kevin Durant flexing and poking out his little bird chest and demanding a seat at the table, right? He's demanding a seat at the table, and he wants to be a decision maker in that organization. So let me pose this to you. So
okay,
what do you call a decision maker in any organization, whether it's an NBA team, whether you work for the government, whether you're in the military, or whether you work for a local recreation center? A decision maker is also called a leader.
Yeah.
Damn.
Leaders make decisions. Leaders make decisions to take you to another direction, right?
Yes.
And would have Kevin Durant showed that he is not
right.
A leader.
A leader.
Talk to him.
He can't even lead. He can't even lead in the atmosphere or the environment that he does best on the basketball court. You can't even pull your man Kyrie Irving to the side and grab him by his collar and say, look, man, we need you here. We need you available to play. We had a deal that we came here to win championships. We was going to do this together. But he don't have the balls to talk to his man and say, look, I need you. Get the vaccine. We here to win a championship. Right. All he do is make excuses for that man. Exactly. So now you want to be a leader of an organization. You can't even be a leader of the court. You can't even have a conversation with James Harden and say, look, bro, I know you here now. Look, if you need some time, you need to get in shape. We need you to be the James Harden that you always been so we can get to where we need to be. Right. You know what I mean? And then he let the whole thing of him not holding Kyrie accountable put a wedge between the team and James Harden. James Harden was like, man, this is a shit show. I'm getting up out of here. Right. Like these dudes is soft. You know what I mean? So and then my last point on this, from what I'm hearing, allegedly the Boston Celtics is his number one destination where he would like to go. Does that sound familiar? The team that just beat your ass and you want to go run into them.
Damn. You hitting on one, Kobe.
And you hitting on one. Into them.
You striking the nerve.
Look, I just got they didn't just lose. He got his ass beat physically.
They got mollywop.
Physically. He was getting put on his ass. And guess what? I don't want to see that no more. Let me go play with them. That way I don't get these forearms in my chest. I don't get Marcus Smart knocking me down when I'm driving through the basket. You know what I mean? I don't have what's my man? Tatum blocking my fadeaways. He the only one I know to block my fadeaways. So let me go play.
Stop it, Kobe. You're going too far.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. The dude. I mean, every time you try to give him a pass, he keeps proving us wrong. He keeps showing us that he's a clown out here in terms of the way he's conducting himself in the NBA.
Okay. You guys had great points. Look at Jay Will up here laughing. See, me and Jay Will. See, to all our viewers and listeners, me and Jay Will got a history. That's my brother. I love him to death.
For sure.
We disagree on a lot of things, but it's okay. We agree to disagree at the end of the day. But one thing Jay will know that you all know is I hold people that I like, my teams that I like, accountable at all times. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying, whether you like it or not. Look at everybody and their daddy and mama know that look, KD is my guy all day, every day, twice on Sundays. In this situation right here, whether it's true or not, like I said the key word is alleged or what have you, because we don't know what really happened behind the scenes. I would like, though KD has a podcast, I would like to hear from him, and so he can, put his own narrative out there and or change the narrative that's out there already. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, KD don't give a shit. KD like, man, you think what you think. We keep it moving over here. My problem with this is this: I don't like it. I don't like it. And to all of you guys' points, it's valid, and I totally understand. If this is true, I can't defend it. I cannot defend it at all, man. As great as KD is, and KD is absolutely great as a basketball player. Leadership, I question. Me and Jay Will got in an argument this year talking about leadership. Some people are verbal, or some people lead by example on the court and stuff like that. And I defended them in terms of, hey, he leads on the court, by example. But if anything, somewhat changed my mind this year is the playoffs. It definitely changed my perspective and my outlook, and in terms of KD from a leadership standpoint. Where I do get upset at KD at second is we signed a 4-year $200 million deal last year, right? I look at LeBron. LeBron is a businessman. And LeBron, LeBron is going to always, hold his own from a business perspective, meaning that, I'm going to have opt-outs, to get myself out. KD, you signed a 4-year deal with no opt-out, no, no trade, no trade clause, no everything, just a 4-year deal. You put yourself in this situation. Then if this is alleged to be true, then you come back in August to demand that Steve Nash and Sean Marks be removed or fired, in order for you to stay in Brooklyn. If you was going to do this, my bro, you should have done this after the season. You can't, I don't understand that. You can't come to a CEO, or any CEO and demand change and at the end of the day, I respect Joe Tsai's decision in terms of riding, in terms of who he has currently. I do. I respect that, because he's like this. You're not going to sit here and run my franchise. We gave you any and everything, but the child of God at the end of the damn day. And for you, for you not to deliver on this and then ask for this at the same time, nah, we can't. So I totally understand each and every one of you guys' points. I can't rock with it. Again, if this is alleged to be true, I can't co-sign on that, guys. I can't co-sign on that. And he's wrong. He is absolutely, and Mo is right in terms of from a legacy standpoint. It looks absolutely bad. And then one of your alleged teams that you want to go to, if it was Boston, that don't look good. That don't look good. And if I'm Boston, I'm not making that move. I'm not making that move. You guys just got to the championship last year. You understand? You know what I'm saying? This past year. Come on, run it back. If you sacrifice those pieces to get KD, then that makes actually Brooklyn a little stronger. So it's just something to think about, guys. I agree with you guys. I agree with everything that you guys said, man. So I can't sign off on that, guys. I can't.
Hey, Kobe.
Hey, check this out. I got.
Go ahead.
I got the Nike. Now I was about to say I got the Nike commercial for KD if he go to Boston, man. If you can't beat him, you can't just join him. Just do it.
Hey, Kobe, man, I've been holding this since I want to say last summer, bro. What you said, like bro, you hit the nail on the head because I've been trying to tell Fred for the longest, bro. That move that he made to go to Golden State was one of the softest moves I ever seen by a superstar.
I didn't have a problem.
100%.
Now history repeats itself, right? Because like you said, the team that just whooped his ass is his top destination where he wants to go.
Yeah.
Like it's just a pattern, bro. When shit gets, like I said, when stuff gets sticky, he bows out and he tries to make it way easier for himself instead of just grinding and getting it out the mud. Like, bro, you had a perfect team to beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying 100%, Jay. Look here. At the end of the day, in that Oklahoma situation, yeah, I get it. I get everybody's opinion on that, man. But he was look here. I look at it as this: he was a free agent, and shit, they wanted him just as much as he wanted them as well. So my question is, why would you leave that situation to join up with Kyrie? I guess that's the issue that I have more than anything. Why would you leave Steph Curry to join up with Kyrie? As great as Kyrie is, history. It's right there in front of you. There's nothing. So why would you leave a winning organization for this? What?
Because he got his little feelings hurt.
Man,
Fred, this goes back to that soft ass mindset. The media got to him, and he got in his feelings.
Right.
So he tries to go somewhere, build his own shit to prove he don't need Golden State, and all he's proven is that he did. Without Golden State, he wouldn't have any rings right now. So the media got to him saying he had to go to Golden State to win.
But you know what?
He wanted to go somewhere and build his own, and it didn't work.
But you know what, though, bro? Look, I want to say this, man. We got to be careful about this media shit, too. We definitely got to be careful about this media stuff. With these media put out false narratives and stuff like that, and they got that they back up. Because me and Mo was talking about this behind the scenes. That's why, as much as I love ESPN and Fox Sports News and all these sports shows and stuff like that, all they do is regurgitate the same shit over and over and over again, and they play it and they play it and they play it and they play it till it's to no end. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's why I was like alleged, because at the end of the day, you don't know what's true at the end of the day. What I would like for KD, I would love for KD to really sit. I don't understand. You have a great podcast. Put your own narrative out there. You know what I'm saying? Or change the narrative that's out there. Say something. Let people know how you feel, what you said, what you didn't say. Because if not, this is going to continue to go on and on and on at the end of the day.
But you know what, Fredo? You know what Kevin Durant problem is? He's stuck in this little gray area where he knows what he want to be, but he's not realistic about who he is.
Damn, bro.
So he wants to be LeBron, right? Where you can carry a franchise and the league on your back, be the leader, take your team to a championship, be a great businessman, take control of your own destiny in terms of business and your destinations where you go and all this good stuff.
Right.
But you're not that. If you think about who LeBron is, LeBron holds everybody around him accountable. The organization, his teammates, everybody. When Kyrie played for him, he was in Kyrie's ass.
That's true.
Yeah. You remember that game when Kyrie hit? You remember that game against the Spurs? Kyrie hit 50, and everybody celebrating. And LeBron went to him and grabbed him by the jersey, saying, "Don't you ever have another game where you have 0 assists? Like, you the point guard. That 50 don't mean shit to me. You didn't have not one assist. Like, just little things like that. That just shows leadership and shows that you holding people accountable. And Kevin Durant just doesn't have it. All he is a great basketball player that can put the ball in the hole. Just be that. Just fall in where you fall in, get your buckets, and move on. At the end of the day, he's going to end up being George Gervin. He Iceman. Get a lot of buckets, but you're not going to be considered in the greatest of all time conversation. Period.
So, one real quick, Fred. Like, I see you giving Kevin Durant a small pass again.
Yeah.
So, he'll call out kids on goddamn Twitter
Okay.
and whatever for saying
Right.
something about his narrative, right? So
Right.
if this shit really wasn't true, he would have said something. He's called out Stephen A. Smith numerous times on different platforms. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna give him a pass to say that he ain't rewriting his own narrative. There's some truth to this. It has to be. Because if it wasn't, he's shown in his character that he's not the type of person that's gonna let you just say anything about him. That's one. But two, back to y'all point about him leaving Golden State, I didn't have a problem with him leaving Golden State. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if that was media driven or what, but I probably would have done the same thing. However, me knowing myself and looking 3 moves ahead, understanding that when I leave Golden State, I have to leave to a situation where it's going to be better, or it's going to be well, I'm going to win pretty much. Like I got to win and compete just as much as Golden State. So what I choose as my running mate has to be someone with consistency. So but this is my last point on this, and then I'm gonna move on because until KD win a damn championship, I'm about to stop devoting my time to him. You know, or at least he start making good decisions off the court. You know what I mean? I don't really want to talk about it. It's what it is. But this my last point about it. Let this shit serve as a lesson to all you guys that want to destroy organizations that are going to right places, that are 8 seeds. You look at Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. What the hell have they done? I don't want to hear what they got now. They haven't done shit in those 3 years.
True.
You look at what Brooklyn did. The shit didn't work. Even before then, and you look at what KG and them did when they went to Brooklyn. It didn't work. There's this thing in basketball. It's called chemistry.
Right.
You can't fake that shit. You cannot. You can't buy it. You got to have it. And if you're not the type of leader that could come in there, someone like LeBron James, it's not going to work.
Right.
LeBron is the type of leader that can galvanize you, a la Tom Brady. Those are the type of leaders that can go into an organization that might have pieces, galvanize those pieces, and get the most out of their talent. I like to refer to LeBron James and Tom Brady as that figure that had the Infinity Stones. They're going to get the most out of each piece in their organization. They're going to rob them of their resources when they leave, but they're gonna win. So let that serve as a lesson to everybody. But I'm dead serious about this Kevin Durant thing, man. We don't devote this much time to other superstars in their prime when they was doing this bullshit. So I'm not about to do it with him, man. There's a lot of great things that's going on in the world of sports to talk about somebody who need to get their shit together from an athletics perspective. So I'm done with it.
Right. I will say this, guys, and then we're going to end it. To all the viewers and listeners out there, there's a thing in the NBA called the collective bargaining agreement. With this shit that's going on with Kyrie and James Harden asking for 2 trades and stuff, like getting traded from Houston to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn to Philadelphia, and and Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying? What Greg Popovich called it or what have he actually started it in San Antonio and stuff like that. Right, exactly. With management and stuff like that. Hey guys, all these daggone huge contracts and stuff like that, man, it's about to come to a halt. It's about to come to a halt. Or if they do keep it that way, there's going to be some changes, meaning that there's going to be some language in the new collective bargaining agreement in terms of games played, etc. Man, this shit right here, man, the players back in the day, the Magic Johnsons, the Bill Russells, and you know what I'm saying, Isaiah Thomases and stuff like that. That set the standard for you to get to this point. This is ridiculous. LeBron James started player empowerment, but you motherfuckers are taking this shit to a whole new level, man. With this bull crap. This is not player empowerment. Yeah. This is, you know what? I'm taking my ball and I'm going the fuck home. And I don't like this shit, man.
Right,
just
exactly.
basketball. You can pay millions and millions of dollars to do something and play something that you love. Damn it, I wish, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm 5'9". I wish I had half the skill set that some of these guys had. This is just it's ridiculous, man. Everybody just pouting. And then I look at the situation with Brooklyn traded for Ben Simmons. You didn't know he had a back injury before you traded him? Before you traded for him? The fuck is going on? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, and it's soft. This is a soft. Look at these are great. They get everything that they deserve. But man, it's a soft damn league, man. It really is at the end of the day. And Jay Will, to your point, I do not hate LeBron. And you know, I love LeBron. I respect LeBron. Is he my favorite player? No, he's not. But he's my favorite player off the court. I love the man that he is. I respect the business acumen that he has or what have you. Yeah, my only issues with just narratives and stuff like that. But other than that, I respect the guy. I really do. To all our viewers and listeners out there, don't forget to tune into the No Cap Sports Show podcast. You can subscribe to the No Cap Sports Show podcast via our YouTube channel and tell them what they need to do, Jay Will.
Hit that post notification bell to get all notifications for shows.
There it is right there. There it is right there. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you can receive all future notifications for any upcoming shows. And also to our viewers out there, what is your thoughts on KD's alleged demands to get the coach fired and GM fired and or trade him? What is your thoughts about that? We'd love to see and hear from you. Comment below. All right, cool. Hey guys, let me ask you guys this. So we just found out this week that the NBA officially retired the number 6 from all 30 teams to honor NBA basketball legend who just transitioned a week or two ago, Bill Russell. What's your thoughts on that? Let me jump in right quick. I like it. I respect it. But we have to do better in terms of giving people their flowers while they're here. This should have been done a long time ago. But I understand, I respect it. But to me, in terms of my point, I think this should have been done a long time ago while he was here and stuff like that. What's your thoughts, guys?
I agree 100% with you, man. I agree. I feel like it should have been done while he was living. I mean, if you felt like he was that great to retire that number around the whole league, I agree, man. I feel like the world today, man, they get caught up in wanting to show hella love to somebody after they pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if he was that great, which respectively he was a damn good basketball player. If the league felt like that his number 6 should have been retired now because he's dead, it should have got retired while he was living, man. It should have been gave Bill Russell. The league gave him flowers, but he should have gotten all of his flowers while he was here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna act like the league didn't give him no flowers, but he should have gotten all his flowers while he was still here, man.
So I'm different on that, man. I don't really believe that the league should retire any numbers, because there may be a player that want to pay homage to a set player when they're gone. And if we keep retiring numbers, what numbers players gonna wear? You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, they named the Finals MVP after Bill Russell. So I think he got some flowers. I think if anything, our players needed to show more love to him. The current players are the ones that should have been writing a better narrative for Bill Russell. But from a league perspective, that's just my personal opinion. I don't believe that there should be any jersey unless a player passes away while they're currently playing and they're in the middle of their greatness. Other than that, I think like wearing the number 6 like LeBron does to pay homage to Bill Russell. I don't know if he does that or not, but I'm just saying if he were, I think that's a cool thing when you see another great player wearing your jersey, a la Mario Rivera wearing Jackie Robinson's a number. You know what I'm saying? To pay homage to him. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think it was it was a great thing by the NBA to retire his jersey for all professional teams in the league. I mean, I kind of get what Mo is saying. You know what I mean? Not retiring his jersey and let people wear it and pay homage. But this man meant so much to the league. You know what I mean? He meant so much to the league. He meant so much to where we got to as people, as African American athletes all across the world. What he stood for, all of the civil rights movements that he participated in and led.
Yeah, man.
It was long past due for them to do something big for him. like that. I mean, it didn't have to be return his jerseys, but it had to be something big. You know, it was long past due for them to do something to just show how important this man was to the NBA and to all of the players that's employed by the NBA. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't have any pushback on it. I think it was a great thing, and I think that Biden returned his number. The newer generations, all the players that's going to come from now and in the future, they're going to know who Bill Russell is and learn about Bill Russell because of that. Like, why this number 6 is retired? Let me learn more about it.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah, I got one last point about that, man. I'm gonna keep saying this shit until I'm no longer here. This is why we have to stop comparing errors. Because when you compare errors, it diminishes someone like Bill Russell and his accomplishments of what he did during this time. You know what I'm saying? Because then you all of a sudden you're like, well, he won 11, but he only averaged like 15 points a game. You know, you got Mike or this person or that person. No, man, put them all into their great context and let's enjoy these talents. I stopped doing that like 2 years ago, and I really got to enjoy LeBron James for who he is. You know what I'm saying? And stop looking at everything that he does in a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan lens and just appreciate the one LeBron James. Because I'm here to tell y'all, when these legends are gone, it's going to be a while for you get that version of that legend. It doesn't happen that often.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree with you more, Mo. Yeah, I do. I sit back and I look at, and I'm not skipping subjects. I just want to say this right quick. Me personally, I think LeBron James is the most disrespected athlete in American goddamn history, in American sports history. I don't get it. I really do not. For me personally, I think he has far exceeded all expectations. 17, 18-year-old, 15, 16-year-old basketball phenom coming into the NBA, 17, 18 years old, and making his mark. And not making his mark, being impactful, changing the game, legendary, you know what I'm saying, worldwide. Has a beautiful family, has a beautiful wife, has 3 beautiful kids. Put his 3 boys on from a business perspective, and they succeed. I mean, that's the American dream, but for some reason, he just gets hated on, man. And we, you know what I'm saying, in terms of us, my people, man, we need to stop that shit, man. We need to acknowledge shit when we see it, man, because, I mean, like I say, he's far exceeded all expectations on the court and off the court. So I just wanted to go ahead and clear that up, put that out there, guys.
So Fred, you know what that's about, right? So, you know, normally we as humans, it's human nature, sometimes we all got a little hater in us, right? But it's nothing you could really say on LeBron James to really diminish him. He's a family man. He never got caught on TMC. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire, so you can't talk about his pockets.
True story, bro.
He has you know what I'm saying? So what else are you going to do? The only thing you can try to do is defame his character from a basketball perspective. What you think the expectations of his career should be. But he's checking all of those blocks as well.
Was all checked.
We start reaching for the margins and shit. That's basically what it is. It's haterism.
True story.
I'll just say something quick on that. I think the disrespect is actually a compliment because if he wasn't so great, and if he wasn't checking all the boxes that we expected him to, then you wouldn't get the hate, right? I was watching the Tom Brady documentary. They were like, people hate him so much because he's the best. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? And it's also the Michael Jordan effect there. You know what I mean? You don't hear any other NBA player getting hated like LeBron because there's no other NBA player that they can seriously consider being in a conversation with Michael Jordan. And you know how we all love Michael Jordan, and especially us who grew up with Michael Jordan.
Right.
We just can't fathom in our mind that there's somebody that's going to be at his level or greater. And so when LeBron came in the picture at 16, 17, they say this is the guy that's going to be the next one or surpass the guy that we consider as the GOAT. We couldn't take that. So we had to come up with all type of scenarios to just kind of just slash this guy to make him not as great as what he is.
True story. Hey, guys, before we go ahead in the show, we're going to take a quick second, right? Or a quick minute, should I say. do people actually, or do you guys listen to radio anymore, or is podcasting actually taking over radio? For me personally, I don't even listen to. I listen to sports radio, but from a music standpoint, I really do not. I just want to know you know what I'm saying, get you guys' point of view, you know what I'm saying, quickly before we go ahead and
Quickly, no, I
Podcasting
don't
is the
listen to
wave
regular
now, man.
radio.
Everybody want to do it.
so what you say, bro?
I said podcasting is the wave now, man. Everybody doing it or want to do it. Like, don't nobody listen to the radio like that no more, man. It's all about podcasts.
What you say, Cole?
Yeah.
The takeover, the break's over. Nobody listen to the radio anymore. I mean, even before, if you think about it, even before podcasting hit the scene and kind of taking this thing over, you still really wasn't listening to the radio. You was in the car, you had your Bluetooth, you was listening to your music that you like. So, radio is slowly but surely just weaning out of there.
True story.
It's just like the major brands with ESPN and them, like the narratives are painted by the disc jockeys, right? So if they like a certain artist, they're gonna put his shit on. It's just like, you know, I'm a Lakers and a Cowboys fan, but I get tired of hearing about them sometime on the massive, you know, shows. It's just the same. You know, I don't want to hear Jay-Z song for the 30th time today. You know what I'm saying? Put somebody else on.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. Great points, man. Hey, well, look here, guys, man. Hey, another great podcast today to all our viewers and listeners, man. We appreciate you rocking with us. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. We appreciate you once again. We'll see you next week. We out.
Hey, we still alive or we